problem finding that separation in that curtain there, but I got it anyway, didn't I? So good to see every one of y'all. We're fixing to go ahead and get started. There's some more coming in out there, but we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road, and I want to especially thank, there's 4 people in here, if you'd raise your hand right now, that they said they've been watching our show on YouTube for about 2 years. They drove all the way from Tampa, Florida to see our show. They're right there. And let's give them a great big hand. We appreciate them so much for coming out and being with us and sharing their evening right here with us at Gilley's Family Opry. I got to tell you a little thing I heard. This guy, his wife was, she was just run down. She had no energy at all, and she was just dead. He said, well, I'm going to have to carry her to the doctor, see what's wrong with her. So he carried her to the doctor and said, doctor, there's something wrong with my wife. Said, she's just run down, she's weak, she's just dead. Can you help her out? The doctor grabbed her and he put his arm around her and gave her a big old juicy kiss and a big hug and says, she needs that twice a week. He says, okay, good, doctor. I'll have her here every Tuesday and Thursday. That's all right, wasn't it? All right. I appreciate all y'all coming out. And anybody, I've got a new website up now. If anybody wants to go on it, and you can, I'll have a calendar. You click on the calendar, and you can see who's going to be here and when they're going to be here. And if any special guests we have, we're going to have a featured guest on there. And so you'll know all about what we're doing here, and you can just go on it and look it over, and you can click on some of the videos and see what we're doing. But it's Gilley'sFamilyOpry.com if you'd like to go on it sometimes, and we'd appreciate that. And we just, from the bottom of our heart, we want to thank all of y'all that has come out, because most people that are here today are local people right now, and all the Canadians and all the Northerners have gone back, and we can tell that, can't we? Because the house ain't full tonight. But anyway, they are going to be back, good Lord's will. But you're here, that's what's important, and we appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. But anyway, I want to, if we all will, let's just bow our head a moment and thank the Lord that he gave us this privilege to be here tonight. Lord, we thank you one more time for coming and letting us come here together tonight, together, and enjoy music one with another and fellowship one with another tonight. And we know all good and perfect gifts come down from the Father of lights, Lord, and we thank you for that tonight. Pray your blessings on the singers and the musicians and all the listeners that are here tonight, and pray they enjoy themselves, Lord. And we give you all the praise, the honor, and the glory, and everybody in here says amen. Thank you. All right, the crowd's not quite as big tonight, so you know what that means, don't you? It means you're going to have to holler twice as loud. You're going to have to clap twice as loud. So let's just see how good you are at it. Come on, help me out here. That's what I'm talking about right there. Now, you see what you just did all during this show. I want to hear that. I want to hear you holler. If somebody sings a song and I know you're going to enjoy it, let them know you enjoy it, because I'll guarantee you that will move them to want to do better. So, and these pickers, they just sit back and chew at the bits and wanting somebody to holler at them. So holler as loud as you want to and clap just as loud as you want to, and that'll be great. But we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. So I want you to go ahead and do that one more time now for Mr. Danny Howell. Would you do that?
Two young people that a thing, say some vows and spread their wings, settling down just what they need, living on love. She don't care what's in style, She just loves the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. You're like you know some storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, what you're thinking. Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. Two old people, that a thing. Children gone, still they sing. Side by side, that front porch swing, living on love. He can't see anymore. She can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand, they'll walk through that front, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. You're like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, what you're thinking. Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough of living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, what you're thinking. Love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough of living on love. Oh, it doesn't take much when you get enough of living on love. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate that. One here by the hag. Once I lived the life of wine roses. I drank a lot back then for one concern. Success for me lay just around corner. I thought my social friends would help me make the turn, but now I'm paying for the days of wine and roses. A victim of a drunken life I chose. Now all my social friends look down their noses, 'cause I kept the wine and threw away the rose. Jimmy Powell. Jerry Hutchison. I stood by and watched the bottle take control of me. But I watched my social standing slip away. Now all my social friends look down their noses, 'cause I kept the wine and threw away the rose. Now I'm paying for the days of wine and roses, a victim of a drunken life I chose. Now all my social friends look down their noses, 'cause I kept the wine and threw away the rose. Because I kept the wine and threw away the rose. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. Oh, please release me, let me go, 'cause I don't love you anymore. To live together is a sin. Release me and let me love again. Well, I found a new love, dear, and I promise that I'd always have her near. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me, my darling, let me go. Well, I found a new love, dear, and I promised that I'd always hold her near. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me let me go. Oh, please release me, let me go. 'Cause I don't love you anymore. Her lips are warm while yours are cold. Release me and let me love again. Release me, my darling, let me go. Thank y'all. Appreciate that. So much. About another hand for Danny Howell as he leaves the stage. Fine job. Always a pleasure to have Danny with us, and always does a fine job. We hope that y'all are enjoying yourself so far, are you? Well, good. We hope you get to enjoying yourself more and more all night long and just can't hardly stand it. It'll be all right with us. We're going to have some good singers up here like this next lady we're going to bring out. How about a big hand for Miss Peggy Ann Kirk?
Imagine a world where no music was playing. Think of a church with nobody praying. Have you ever looked up at a sky with no blue? You've seen a picture of me without you. Have you walked in a garden where nothing was growing? Or stood by a river where nothing was flowing? Have you seen a red rose unkissed by the dew? You've seen a picture of me without you. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or bright Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? Have you watched as the heart of a child breaks in two? Then you've seen a picture of me without you. Can you picture heaven with no angels singing, or bright Sunday morning with no church bells ringing? and you see the picture of me without you, and you see the picture of me without you. Thank you. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times, oh, and he'll have good times, good things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though it's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Stand by your man. Give him 2 arms to cling to, and something warm to come to when nights are cold and lonely. Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man. Thank you.
Peggy Ann Kirk. Always does a good job. We'd like to have her here, and glad she's here tonight. Well, we got us a fine drummer. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but he's a good drummer back there, and he's also a good singer to go with it. And so we're going to let him prove it to you right now. How about a hand for Dustin Worley?
I can read the writing on the wall. You pretend that nothing's changed at all. Well, I have just one thing to ask you, if it's so. Just take your memory with you when you go, so I won't have to think about the lonely nights I'll be without someone to hold me when the cold wind blows. Just take your memory with you when you go. Why don't you leave before the heartache starts to show? Just take your memory with you when you go, so I won't have to think about the lonely nights I'll be without someone to hold me when the cold wind blows. Take your memory with you, so I won't have to miss you. Just take your memory with you when you go. Thank you. How's everybody out there tonight? How many's having a good time so far? Let me hear you out there. All right, all right. Well, these next couple of songs I'm going to do for you, it goes out to the Buck Owens fans. Hope you like it. Together again, my tears have stopped falling. The long, lonely nights are now at an end. The key to my heart, you hold it in your hand, and nothing else matters now. Together again. Together again. The gray skies are gone. You're back in my arms, right where you belong. The love that I knew is living again, and nothing else matters now, 'cause we're together again. Together again. The gray skies are gone. You're back in my arms, right where you belong. The love that I knew is living again, and nothing else matters now, 'cause we're together again. No, nothing else matters now, 'cause we're together again. Thank you. You got me under your spell again, saying those things again, making me believe that you're all mine. You got me dreaming those dreams again, thinking those things again. I've gotta take you back just one more time. I swore the last time that you let me down that I wouldn't see you when you came around. But I can't tell my heart what's right or wrong, and I've been so lonely since you've been gone. You got me under your spell again, saying those things again, making me believe that you're all mine. You got me dreaming those dreams again, thinking those things again. I've gotta take you back just one more time. Everybody tells me that I'm a fool and that I never should have put my faith in you. And way down deep inside, I guess I know it's true. No one else can make me feel the way you do. You've got me under your spell again, saying those things again, making me believe that you're just mine. You've got me dreaming those dreams again, thinking those things again. I've gotta take you back just one more time. I've gotta take you back just one more time. Thank you.
Everybody for Dustin Worley. Does a fine job. We appreciate having him with us. We got any Freddie Fender fans out there tonight? Well, good. Well, we're going to get the least likely person up here to do a Freddie Fender song. And she's going to do it like you haven't heard it done probably before, and I think you're going to really like it. This beautiful young lady back here that does our backup singing, we're going to let her come front and center right now and sing you an old Freddie Fender song. How about a hand for Miss Jenny Hammond?
Wasted days and wasted nights I have left for you behind, for you don't belong to me, you belong to someone else. Why should I keep loving you when I know that you're not true? And why should I call your name when you're
Jenny Hammond. How about a big hand for Miss Jenny? Y'all had any rain over at y'all's place? Tell you what, it's been raining. All of us, our toes are beginning to web up. It's been raining so much, but we're glad that maybe it's about over. Maybe next week. Charles and Edel had some big news this week. Said Charles came in one day this week, told Edel, said, I have discovered oil. And Edel said, well, good, we can buy a new car. He said, no, we got to fix the old one. That's where the oil's coming from. We got a surprise right now. We got a fellow that showed up out here before we got started and said he wanted to sing, and we decided that he needed to sing because he's got a good voice, and we look forward to having him back on a little later on, but we decided to work him in and at least let him do one tonight. How about a big hand for Mr. Brian Leslie?
How about a big hand for this band up here? Before you take another step, there's something you should know about the years ahead and how they'll be. Thank you. You'll be living in a world where roses hardly ever grow. 'Cause all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansions waiting on the hill, no crystal chandelier, and there'll be no fancy clothes for you to wear. Everything I have is standing here in front of you to see. 'Cause all I have to offer you is me. Sweetheart, I'll give you all my love in every way I can. But be sure that's what you want while you're still free. The only goal I have for you is in this wedding band. 'Cause all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansions waiting on the hill, no crystal chandelier, and there'll be no fancy clothes for you to wear. Everything I have is standing here in front of you to see. 'Cause all I have to offer you is me. All I have to offer you is me. Thank you.
About a hand for Brian. I believe we'll have him back sometime. What do y'all think? All right, we're going to bring the fellow up now. When I said Freddie Fender a while ago, this is probably the guy y'all thought was fixing to come up here and sing a Freddie Fender song. But we was saving him till now. How about a hand for Artie Rodriguez?
Yeah, and Wayne thought I stopped at Taco Bell coming here too, didn't he? They love me up here. Here's something. I'm going back to San Antonio. Rain dripping off the brim of my hat. Sure is cold today. But here I am walking down 66. Wish she had done me that way. Sleeping under a table in a roadside park. A man could wake up dead. Well, it sure seems warmer than it did sleeping in our king-size bed. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Well, any place is alright as long as I can't forget I've ever known her. Yeah. Wind whipping down the neck of my shirt like I ain't got nothing on. But I'd rather fight the wind and rain than what I've been fighting back home. Yonder comes a truck with a U.S. mail, people writing letters back home. But tomorrow she'll be a wanting me back, but I'll be still long gone. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I can't forget I've ever known her. Yeah, any place is alright as long as I can't forget I've ever known her. Thank you. Last time I was here, they had a request for some Freddie Fender. I know Jenny already did one, but this was from last show we had here. Here's your one. If he brings you happiness, then I wish you most of it. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if a teardrop ever starts, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quiere dindervar y te va a ericitar, te deseo lo más bueno para los dos. Pero si hace llorar, a mí me puedes hablar y estaré contigo cuando triste estás. Yes, I'll be there anytime you need me by your side to drive away every teardrop that you cry. But if he ever leaves you blue, baby, just remember of you, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Yes, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of times before we try to pick out songs for each show, I sometimes get on YouTube, or I get some of these, pick out some old records and stuff. And I came across this song, and you don't ever hear a lot of people do it. But how many of y'all remember Steve Wariner? I heard this one song. I said, well, I'm going to try to work it up. But here's just some Steve Wariner. I didn't cheat or tell a lie, but her leaving took me by surprise. Just a note on the table saying we're through. At first I went crazy, but it took me some time. But I finally read between the lines. It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. So I didn't tell her each day I loved her. I took it for granted. Somehow she knew. I didn't hold her when she needed a shoulder. It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. Well, it's easy to see how her love died. She was planning her nights by the TV guide. She needed me with her more than I knew. I was too busy working, getting ahead, when I should have been home loving her instead. It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. 'Cause I didn't tell her each day I love her. I took it for granted. Somehow she knew. I didn't hold her when she needed a shoulder. It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. Thank y'all. Here's one.
Artie Rodriguez, wasn't that a good tune? You picked out a good one. We're going to let this young fella, before we take a little break, we're going to go up to the concession stand here in a minute, and you know they got filet mignon up there again tonight. But the way they fix it, it looks a lot like a hot dog. So be sure you go up there and visit the concession stand, and we'd love to see you and love to shake your hand and talk to you a little bit. Right now, we're going to bring up this young fella that gets up here and sings all these songs. It's about 4 times older than he is. He's not but 18 years old. How about a hand for Ashton Evans?
Well, talk back, trembling lips, shaky legs, don't just stand there. Don't let her know that she's getting through to you. And talk back, trembling lips, burning eyes, don't start crying, 'cause heart, don't let her know that you're breaking in two. Every day our love's a battle royal, and here it seems that fighting is all we do. But if I let you know how much I love you, you'll do things to me you shouldn't do. So talk back, trembling lips, shaky legs, don't just stand there. Don't let her know that she's getting through to you. And talk back, trembling lips, burning eyes, don't start crying, 'cause heart, don't let her know that you're breaking in two. Come on, band. How about Mr. Jerry Hutchkin tonight? Have you enjoyed being here? How about Mr. Jimmy Powell on steel guitar? Every time you hurt my feelings, I pretend it couldn't matter less, 'cause I'm just hiding all of my emotion behind my broken heart, I guess. So talk back, trembling lips, shaky legs, don't just stand there. Don't let her know that she's getting through to you. And talk back, trembling lips, burning eyes, don't start crying, 'cause heart, don't let her know that you're breaking in two. No, heart, don't let her know that you're breaking in two. Thank you. Here's one that I had requested, Statue of a Fool. Somewhere there should be, for all the world to see, a statue of a fool made of stone. The image of a man